Aloha snack bar, everyone. It's the one, the only, the true majestic ape, the economic silverback, aka Senor Silverback, joined by none other than the master of the flux capacitor, the denizen of the airwaves, the producer extraordinaire, and the sidekick par excellence, CJ. And we're right back at you this morning on another Rogue Money Mornings with V and CJ, where we break down the news, the information, and the views that is not only important, but also balanced and full of common sense. With that being said, you can follow us on Twitter at The Rogue Money. Check us out on our website, roguemoney.net. That is the place you want to be. And also follow us on our Facebook page at Rogue Money. And guys, we are everywhere in terms of media these days. We are on Apple News, so if you have an Apple News app, you can pop us open, type in Rogue Money, and we are there. If you have an iTunes account, we're on, our iTunes podcasting is there as well. You can also find us on Stitcher, on Overcast, as well as Google Play. We're everywhere you are, so check us out. With that being said, also, guys, check out our sponsors. If you need a credit fix, you need to be relieved from debt, you need somebody to go to bat for you because you have years and years and years and years of mistakes. Check out myfreedomnow.us, myfreedomnow.us, and let the guys over there kick the bankers in the nuts. That being said, CJ, what's crack-a-lackin'?
Hey, good morning, V. I'm pumped up. How about yourself?
Dude, so many things are happening. I mean, we have our show topics ready for the day, but all of a sudden, kaboom! Aloha, God knows what is going on. Seems to be some sort of a blast occurred in St. Petersburg. Their metro station over there, their subway. I don't know what's going on. That is the latest, and it is developing. So, I mean, it's crazy what's going on in Russia, man. I mean, you had Russian diplomats dropping like flies every other weekend, and now this, it is, full on. I mean, something's definitely going on, bro.
Yeah, something's definitely going on, and obviously Moscow and Beijing sent a very clear, very decisive message, to the United States in regards to the escalation of what the propaganda machine, the MSM, is trying to come out with this narrative that Russia is the enemy.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? It is falling by the wayside because the Democans and the establishment is being exposed for the foolhardy retards that they are, CJ. That they are. With that also, we have to realize what, recently, and before I even get into the lead story here, we all know that President Sisi from Egypt will be visiting Donald Trump. They're going to be speaking for about 2 hours. There's going to be no press involved. So what are they going to be talking about? Well, here's somebody who's actually spoken to the Egyptian ambassador. We're there, as the Egyptian ambassador was giving his discourse on what al-Sisi's plans is for Egypt. I was there in attendance when that happened. What you better believe that what is going to occur is the tie-in with the new Suez Canal zone that's being expanded. They're definitely going to be talking about that. They're going to be talking about how that's going to connect with the natural gas deals that are going to be inked between U.S. energy companies and Egypt, where they're going to ship it from the new Suez Canal zone to the Leviathan platform in right off the coast of Israel, and then on into the European markets, all in connection with the Russians. So rather than trying to go to war over nonsense, it seems as if what Trump's trying to steer us to do is to allow U.S. companies to compete, which everybody loves. Everybody loves good competition, and that's a good thing, CJ. That's a very good thing.
That's just so much common sense, V. I don't know if the globalists can handle that much common sense.
Oh, it's too much, man. It's too much. They think, the globalists want the whole world nuked. If you globalists are so obsessed with war and death, may I recommend that you go to your local gun store, buy yourself something with at least a 40 caliber, maybe even 50 caliber, if you want the most amount of splatter, and put it right to your heads and pull the trigger. May you and your families be the first to go. Do us all a favor and off yourselves. So what's the message that China and Russia sent, bro?
Well, Rogue Money's been sharing this and talking about this for at least the last couple of years, and finally, boom, it's out. officially now that the Russian central bank has opened their very first overseas office in Beijing, specifically to deal with trade, completely bypassing the U.S. dollar and a move to a more gold trade between China and Russia. This is huge.
This is monstrous. I've been writing about this for years. Years. I mean, you count on one hand how many guys were writing about this stuff. It says this: according to the South China Morning Post, the new office was part of the agreements made between the two neighbors to seek stronger economic ties. Since the West is smoking crack on a grand scale, and they're hitting Russia with sanctions over the made-up Ukraine crisis that they created, and the oil price slump that hit the Russian economy, according to Dmitry Sobelkin, the deputy governor of the Central Bank of Russia, the opening of a Beijing representative office by the Central Bank of Russia was a very timely move to aid specific cooperation, including bond issuance, AML, which is anti-money laundering, anti-terrorism measures between China and Russia. But most importantly,
wait for it.
It is to seek other types of trade settlements. All right. And what that means is this: if Russia, the world's fourth largest gold producer after China, Japan, and the US, is indeed set to become a major supplier of gold to China, the probability of a scenario hinted by many over the years, namely that Beijing is preparing to eventually unroll a gold-backed currency, increases by orders of a magnitude. Meanwhile, as the Russian central bank was getting closer to China, China was responding in kind with the establishment of a clearing bank. What? A clearing bank in Moscow for handling yuan swaps. The ICBC, which is the largest bank on the planet, which is the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, the largest investment bank on planet Earth, officially started operating as the Chinese renminbi clearing bank in Russia on Wednesday. The financial regulatory authorities of China and Russia have signed a series of major agreements that mark a new level of financial cooperation. The currency swap that's being launched serves Russia and will further expand the local settlement between businesses and promote financial cooperation between the two nations. Irina Rogova, a Russian financial analyst, told a Russian magazine expert that the clearing center would become a large financial hub for countries in the Eurasian Economic Union. Bypassing the U.S. dollar appears to be paying off, according to Chinese state administrations of taxation and trade between China and Russia increased by 34% in January, bro.
Yeah, look at those numbers. Look at those numbers. That's huge.
Please, if that's the case, please sanction more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, how are those sanctions working out for you?
Exactly. I think Maxine Waters should do something, because Maxine Waters should bring about a new level of sanctions, CJ, because the Russians did indeed invade the fictitious country of Limpopo. Remember that one?
Yes.
So Maxine Waters was jumping to action, CJ, when the prime minister of said fictitious country, Limpopo, contacted Maxine Waters for help and assistance in getting rid of the Ruskies.
Yeah, and insane and McCain, it doesn't matter which countries you try to bring into NATO to attempt to, I don't even want to use the word intimidate Russia, but right. The saber rattling that's occurring here, and yet this happens. So this is a clear message that the war torn, the neocons of the U.S., that their message of continued escalation. This is a message to say, hey, we're already done. We're already there. There's no stopping us, going forward. There's no looking back.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's game over. And here's the thing, man. All of this, and I want people to recognize this. All of this has, the price of gold. Okay, the stupid spot price of gold reflects none of these huge, massive, paradigm-altering and defining events. Okay, none of it is being reflected by the price of gold. And you got to think of it this way. Who's the largest consumer of gold? China. Who's the largest producer of gold? China. Who's the largest importer of gold? China. And they don't export the gold they bring in. What the hell does that tell you? So they love it when the prices are this low, CJ. They
Oh
love it.
yeah,
They
absolutely.
are they're getting filled to the brim. And when this thing pops off, and bro, I was reading what was going on in Turkey. There are
Yeah.
huge. When Erdogan's political party, okay, that's their nationalist Turkish party. They are their main message right now is full on Eurasian Economic Union integration. They've always said this is our natural course to move, and I think the last coup, the CIA Fethullah Gulen backed coup against Erdogan, when that backfired, all that did was hasten Erdogan even faster and Turkey even faster into the into the arms of the Eurasian Economic Union, bro. So that
Oh,
is
exactly. Yes, yes. And about that same time, the huge push where they were actually advocating, telling their citizens too to dump their dollars and buy gold.
absolutely
So
everybody's buying gold except the only gold commercial we get here is some guy that looks like Wilford Brimley coming on TV telling you to roll your IRA over and buy these stupid numismatic coins that have like a 20% premium attached to it. It's a joke. It's a disgusting joke, man.
oh yeah, it's a joke. And and here's the thing, V, is that since 2008, when they started pumping these the quantitative easing programs and all the stimulus into the U.S. economy, I mean, it's a shame, V, that good things did not come from that, right? That there was so much money pumped into there that really could have made an impact regarding infrastructure, regarding trade and everything. But what happened through that time period is very eye-opening, because all we witnessed was the top 1%
Yep.
grow their wealth tremendously, and in the same time, the middle class and even the poorest Americans, we lost all of our wealth.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just so troubling to see all this unfold.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And I think the other big major news, CJ, is I think Mike Cernovich cracked this one open, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
This
So,
is huge.
Yeah, this is huge. So Cernovich comes out, and Mike Cernovich, he's obviously an author, journalist. He's very known
Yeah,
for.
and if you're a man and you want to learn how to become more manly, get his book Gorilla Mindset. We don't get a plug at all for that, but get the book Gorilla Mindset. Go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, no, no. Basically, what he's coming out and stating is the fact that that Susan Rice is the official responsible for the unmasking of the incoming Trump team during the incidental surveillance, right? Incidental, of course. So this report, how he's getting this information is that the reports that Rice requested during this time period that were supposed to be kept under tight, controlled conditions. Each person must log their name before granting access to them. Upon learning of Rice's actions, obviously National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster dispatched his close aide, Derek Harvey, to Capitol Hill to debrief Chairman Nunes, regarding this. So Cernovich points out, as revealed in an article at Circa, that President Obama began loosening the rules regarding incidental intercepts starting in 2011, making it easier for U.S. government to spy on individuals who are not the primary targets of surveillance operations. So, accidentally capturing others, obviously they directly did that, hoping to capture other individuals. But yeah, this is just very eye-opening. And again, look at the time period, dating back to, even at the time where, before Trump even was officially running for president of the United States.
Yeah, it's pretty huge because I have no doubts, and we've said this before we went on the air. Suzanne Rice is an idiot, and most of the people in the Obama administration are idiots, including Obama himself. You bring idiots in to run a government because of the simple fact is they can easily be manipulated. They're narcissistic. Their egos are so puffed up and filled up that that it's very easy to massage their egos and let them go in the right directions. So gladly, these idiots like Susan Rice are so damn sloppy, thinking that they can pull off this type of operation and that they won't be revealed, that they won't be called out, they won't be exposed for who they are. That's the type of hubris and pride that these people are running on. And if this is confirmed, as right now Fox News is starting to break this, they're catching wind on, they're doing their own investigations into this. I think this thing has traction. I think what Cernovich is doing is the right thing. And this whole house of cards, man, in the last W interview where he talked about Hammer, okay, the computer system that Jihad Brennan used, and the James the clapper used as well, and you'll see a pattern here, man. This is going to come out. This is going to backfire on the left, and you think for 1 second that they'll let off the accelerated pedal on Russian involvement. No, 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 no. They're going full retards, CJ. I said this is what's going to happen. The worst thing that's going to happen is for them to go full retard, and they're going full retard.
Yeah, and in fact, they did during that time period when you had a paranoid Obama in the office, and you know that these actions that they took were directly under his advisement. There's no way that they operated individually by themselves. And the thing to understand regarding this is that, this is just what's on the surface. So, in the backdrop, there's a lot of other information coming out. So if you think about the pattern of what Obama did during his time period, you witness, the IRS targeting, conservative groups that was raked over, right? That they pleaded the fifth and nothing happened. Well, this is different because not only were conservative groups, but political opponents were spied on. U.S. Supreme Court Justice John Roberts was spied upon. And when this comes out, there's no hiding it. This is going to come out. Fox News is doing hopefully they do a great job in their investigative part of breaking this wide open. Now, some of the reporters are starting to tweet some of this information out in this article. Adam Husley tweeted out basically that our sources, this surveillance that led to the unmasking of private names of American citizens, started before Trump was the GOP nominee. So not only does this, impact Donald Trump, but think of the thousands of Americans that were illegally spied on in regards of gaining access to emails, bank account numbers, everything. Yeah. So this is huge, V.
Man, it is tremendous. And it says the person who did the unmasking is very well known, very high up, very senior in the intelligence world, and is not in the FBI. Geez, that for me spells out Brennan. That for me spells out James the Clapper, and at some level Susan Rice. That's what it spells out. These a-holes are in trouble, CJ.
Yeah, they're in trouble, and if you have not done so, I mean, go back and listen to W's interview, because he kind of gives you the backdrop of the background information of this whistleblower, and he builds the credibility of why this was started, where it's going. And now, boom, we're starting to see some of this come out. So W is way ahead of the curve, V, in terms of getting this information out.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's get to the last article of the day, man, which will be Trump listening to the pulse of Americans, man. What's that all about?
Well, we talked about this a few broadcasts ago in regards to the whole Obamacare, basically keeping other course of actions have taken place. And, when you look at a leader, V, like Donald Trump, someone that has, you have to listen to all sides of the coin, you have to take in different perspectives. And one of the things that we've been pushing for was, get some people in there with some common sense approach, people that we feel that listen to Americans, have the pulse of Americans. And so we learned this weekend that Rand Paul spent a lot of time with Donald Trump, golfing and talking specifically about their differences into, an Obamacare replacement plan. So, to me, this is a positive sign. This is a good thing to say, wait a minute, maybe Paul Ryan isn't steering me in the right direction. I probably better bring into my inner circle some people that truly are looking out for the best course of action for Americans, not self-interest and corporate America. And, specifically, that's what Paul Ryan does, right? He, that's all he does is try to appease everyone. And that legislation that put forth was a piece of crap garbage, legislation. So I'm just glad that this meeting took place, because to me, it's a sign that, okay, perhaps there's some shift that we'll start seeing more towards fiscal responsible people that have a common sense approach to governing, to creating things that help Americans.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And and again, people are like, well, he's in the golf course. He's in the golf course. You can't forget what Trump said. He said, I'm only going to golf with those that I'm looking to make deals with. He said it as clear as day. That is the reason why this guy's in the golf course with these other individuals. They're looking to cut deals. And Rand Paul is a great guy in order to get some work done. So that's what this whole entire thing is about, man. That's what this whole entire thing is about.
Yeah, well, and
that being said, CJ, what else? I'm sorry,
yeah, just the other thing, obviously the whole meeting between Trump and Ping, the China, their meeting's supposed to be coming up here pretty soon. So it's interesting to see how that's all coming forth. Is it Jinping?
Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, their meeting coming up in Florida. So, that's supposed to be happening here pretty soon. So it'll be interesting to see how this is shaping up in terms of the announcement of the China-Russia gold settlement, the trade implications, the trade things that Trump signed on Friday in the White House. So so this meeting is going to be coming up is just a great opportunity to kind of reset. So hopefully there's no spoilers. Hopefully that the deep state don't make any crazy moves trying to keep this meeting from happening.
Absolutely correct. And with that being said, CJ, that takes care of us. What else is going on for the rest of the day? We got London Paul. Oh no, London Paul can't make it today, right?
Right. Yeah. Just want to send out our condolences to London Paul. He can't make it due to a death in the family, so he won't be on. But what we're going to do is Bankster Slayer has been putting out some great articles. She's been really digging in, doing some really great investigative journalism, reading some things. So we're going to have her on for a very special live broadcast with her today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Fantastic. And with that being said, guys, that takes care of the most important news of the day. And you keep it tuned right here to roguemoney.net and subscribe to this channel and share it and like it and spread the word. With that being said, we are over and out. Take it away, CJ.